everyone. Today we will tackle the FS2 episode 14 entitled Utilizing Learning Management System. The learning environment has recently radically changed. No one would have anticipated that a pandemic would shift the four corners of the brick and mortar classrooms to the four corners of a computer screen, a tablet, or even a cell phone. While we believe teachers should be competent in organizing and using resources in a physical classroom, a future teacher must be adept in utilizing technology to set up, design, work, and teach in a virtual classrooms. A virtual classrooms is usually supported by a platform generally regarded as a learning management system. In flexible learning modality involving online learning, LMS is a course organizer software. It helps plan, create, manage, and deliver online education. It is based on Habula 2016. The most common ones are Canvas, Moodle, Google Classroom, Blackboard, Microsoft Teams, Seesaw, and our local one is Genio. As you have learned from your technology for teaching and learning classes, learning management systems have features and functions that help teachers manage an online classrooms. These features and functions are called by different names depending on the LMS platforms. Below are some of the LMS common features and the functions and tasks that the teachers are able to use. So first one is the dashboard. It allows the teacher to see all his or her class or course cards. The second one is module container. Uploads modules and organize them. Third one is the sandbox. It is a workspace that will enable teachers to make drafts. The fourth one is the announcement. It is communicate between students regarding instructions, reminders, or the changes. The fifth one is the discussion board. Set up discussions board, make students to collaborate. Then the sixth one is the meeting rooms. It is allow the teachers to present the lessons and discuss it synchronously. Then seventh one is the assignment. It allows orderly giving and scoring assignments. So the next one is the people. It is to see who are the members of the class and get to know the learners more. The ninth one is the assessment or quizzes. It administers formative and summative assessment. Then the last one is the resources and add-ons. It is share and store files, use apps that support or supplement the other functions of LMS. In this episode, consider what you learned in your technology class about the TPAC model. An effective teacher has technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge. The TK, PK, and the CK. In planning, setting up, and utilizing a virtual environment through an LMS, these three components interface. You need to have a content mastery of what you will teach. It is the CK or content knowledge. And you also need to know how to facilitate the teaching learning process from beginning is gaining the attention of your students and to end assessment and the pedagogical knowledge. And have technological knowledge as you work on this episode actively Actively notice, analyze, and reflect on your experience. And also, as an FS student, participate and assist in organizing and using the learning management system as you apply your technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge or the TPAC. So, we revisit the infographic of TPAC and how it relates to the learning management system. So, in pedagogical content knowledge, these are the questions that you need to ask to yourself. What is the student's prior knowledge of the content? Then second one is how will I adapt the content to the interests and needs of my students? The next one is the technological content knowledge. So the question here is how will I organize the LMS or the learning management system so that the content and the learning management system capabilities are adapted to each other. The last one is the TPK or technological pedagogical knowledge. The question you need to ask for yourself is what level are my students' technology knowledge and skills? So let's move forward to the participate and assist. So we observe the level or grade of the class is the kindergarten 1 and the subject is early childhood education, literacy, numeracy, and social emotional learning. The lesson or the topic is the identifying colors, the red, blue, and yellow. So the lesson objectives, first is name the objects that are red, blue, and yellow. Second is sort pictures or items into the correct color groups. And the last is participate happily in group activities. Next is which learning management system did the teacher use? So I checked the Google Classroom and what task did you participate or assist in? So we have the two columns. The first column is the what components or part were present in the LMS used by the teacher. Then the second column is under these LMS components or parts, what task did you participate to assist in? So I have three parts of LMS that the teacher used. First is class stream or announcement page, and it helped organize simple welcome messages and reminders, notes for parents about activity. Second one is the classwork thing. So the second one is the classwork or topic folder. It is assisted uploading colorful picture cards and simple activity sheets for this lesson. Then the third one is the video meeting or Meet link. It helped manage the waiting room, assisted children who needed help. So next activity is the notice. First question is describe the structure of the LMS utilized by the teacher. How was it organized and what main components did you find? So my answer is the Google Classroom was simply organized with three clear parts. The stream for announcement, classwork for group lessons and activities, and people for contacts, all marked with large icons and short labels for easy to use. Then the second question is, how was the content taught and delivered? How were the learning activities arranged? And what strategies did the teacher or you use to help students attain the objectives or outcomes? Lesson, use bright, visual, short videos and songs arranged from simple introduction to hands-on sorting. The The teacher used relatable examples, parent guidance, and positive reinforcement. The third one, or the last question in notice, what was your experience in participating and assisting? Assisting was rewarding. I helped prepare materials and guide families, and seeing children enjoy the activities showed me how important simple, child-friendly digital tools are for early learning. So let's move forward to the analyze. First question in analyze is, what do you think are the best features of the LMS that the teacher used? How did these features help the students learn the content? My answer is the clean layout, quick files access, pictures, label, and instant positive feedback work best. This remove confusion for pre-readers. Second one is, how did the teacher use the LMS to implement the strategies activities planned? We posted step-by-step lesson materials in classwork, added live meeting links for group activities, used assignments to collect outputs, and shared reminders on the stream. Third is, how did this connect with what you know about LMS and TPAC? By showing how we match technology, pedagogy, and content to fit preschoolers' need perfectly. Fourth is, what problems or challenges did the teacher or the students encounter in working with the LMS? How did they affect the teachers or learners? What parts of the LMS do you think can still improve? How can this improve? So we face unstable internet for some families and limited technology skills among a few parents, which delayed joining live session and submitting work. We can improve by adding simple video guide and using SMS or the messages reminders to make the LMS more accessible for all. So reflect. Number one is, how ready are you in organizing in using LMS? I feel a little bit ready. I can set up basic LMS pages, upload materials, and guide users. And I just need more practice in designing fully independent preschool virtual lessons. Second is, enumerate the knowledge, skills, and attitude you already have to organize your virtual learning environment and use on the LMS. So in content, I know how to select play-based, developmentally appropriate topic and materials for preschoolers. In pedagogical, I can break instruction into short steps, use positive reinforcement, and design activities that match young children's attention span. In technological, I can navigate the LMS, post files or videos using meeting links, and check submitted outputs easily. Then the third one, what do you still need to learn in order to use the LMS effectively? I still need to learn how to use more interactive LMS features like quizzes with visuals, digital stickers, and how to adapt the platform better for children with different learning needs. So next is, write action research prompts. Observe what problematic situation or challenges of improvement did you see while you participate and assisted using an LMS. So many preschool parents struggle to navigate and support their child's independent use. Low internet connectivity and lack of significant child-friendly LMS materials lead to no participation and delayed submission of activities. So these are the resource or reference about the topic and the key points or findings in what I need. So first one is the DepEd order number 012 Series 2020 Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan. It emphasizes that LMS for early childhood must be accessible, paired with clear parent guidance, and adjusted for limited connectivity. Second is the UNICEF 2021, the digital learning for young children in the Philippines. So it notes that preschoolers need visual, low-text, LMS design, parent training directly boost children engagement in online learning. The third one is the TPAC framework for early childhood education in 2022 Philippine Normal University. It highlights the effective LMS use requires matching technology with play-based pedagogy and child development needs. So the questions under this is, on what theory or principles can this problem be anchored? So I've answered the constructivism of Jan Piaget and Vygotsky because young learners learns best through the guidance by the adults. They reflect, what do I hope to address the problem or challenges of improvement in LMS use? What change do you want to achieve? So I aim to reduce LMS navigation difficulties for parents and make the LMS a supportive, easy-to-use tool for early childhood learning instead of a barrier. So in plan, what strategies, solutions can you employ to improve the situation or solve the problem? So I have 4 strategies. First is to create short, picture-based and step-by-step guides video tutorials for parents. Second is simplify the learning management system pages. Third is offer online alternatives. And fourth is hold short orientation sessions. The last one is the act. If you will conduct an action research, what will be the title? So, if I will be conducting an action research, my title should be Improving Learning Management System, Accessibility and Learning Participation through Simplified Design and Parent Support in Preschool Classes. And that would be all. Thank you.